So, if you've read my book too, and you had a visual, we all kind of make up our own interpretations of the characters. I know I certainly do. I cannot s- stress this enough that my character, the LaLa, is 100% the spitting image of my buddy Joe, without any question. But here's the thing: so Joe's persona, and not only in the book but also in real life, is he has two personas: Joe, which we all love, and the LaLa, which we all love to have at a party. Okay, but one of those guys, he's able to take that persona, like say for example at work, he was never the LaLa at work. He was 100% Joe, and he was game on and a spot on medic. And that was a guy you wanted working on you should anything happen. Now, after shift, and I mean as early as 8:30 in the morning, we might have had a little couple of get-togethers. He became the LaLa, and I'm telling you, the spitting image of the character I portrayed in my book. So, without any further ado, now are we Joe right now or the LaLa? How or where are we at?
We're at the LaLa stage.
All right, so we're at the LaLa stage. So you'll meet Joe in another time, but it's gonna have to be early in the morning. But we're at the LaLa stage. So without any further ado, I'm gonna introduce the LaLa from Eden Under Threat, Book Two of the Eden series. Joe, LaLa, I should say. What did you think when I told you I was putting you in a book? Of course, I had to ask you, right? And then I sent you the manuscript. I made sure it was all right. What did you think? As you read that, what did you think?
99.9% of the book that you wrote about me was spot on. Everything. That's who I am. I'm not gonna change. That's it. I sound like Donkey Kong every single day.
It is on like Donkey Kong every single day. And there was one part in the book, LaLa. I don't know if you remember this, um, but you come to the checkpoint, the main gate, and you're exhausted. I don't know. We're kind of old. We're getting out of shape, and you set your cooler down. You sit it down, and you look directly at the army guys that are supposed to be hidden in the woods, and you're sitting there looking at them, and they're looking at you. They don't know what to make of you because I hadn't told anybody that you were coming. So they're looking at you, figure you're just some transient for the most part. And you look up and you go, and I think the verbiage or the quote inside the book is, "I see you in there, army man. You can't hide from the LaLa." And I've heard him say that, not to army people, but maybe fire chiefs a time or two. There is a story about. I'm not. We're not gonna bring up this. We won't bring up the story about the fire chief and his wife. We won't do. We won't do that. Um, but it is a great story. So if you catch me at Mountain Readiness, you have to ask me about the story of the real life LaLa and our brand new fire chief's wife. So, and you know what? I'd like to say it's not a true story, but
But it's true.
it is. It is true. It is true. And then it's funny because once he gets wound up a little bit, he starts talking to himself in the third person, like the LaLa, he's a legend, and and he'll go on talking, and that's part of some of the stuff that goes on in the book too. Hey, you guys out there, I'm sorry we kind of bumped you off of YouTube. Do you guys have any questions for the LaLa that we can answer real quick? Because we're going to cut this short because, like I said, we got a viewer party going on next door, and I want to hit that campfire or that bonfire. Any questions? Let me go through Kick here real quick and look. He looks younger than you thought. Well, he shaved a little bit, and Reverend, he may put a little coloring in his hair. Now he doesn't like to
I don't
admit.
know. Goddamn coloring in my hair.
He may. As a matter of fact, at the fire station, he'd come back from a haircut, and we actually had your color picked out. We called it the LaLa number 5.
No.
Yeah, that was it.
I got grays. If you guys look closely, I got some grays there.
Yeah.
I just get a cut. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no
The no coloring. No LaLa number 5 put in there?
Nope.
What do you got, Will? You got to speak up. Will has a question over on Kick.
Okay.
Will the LaLa... Oh, Terry, while Will's typing... will the LaLa be in book 3? Yeah, the LaLa is going to be an institution, I think, for a while. He, in book 3 does some pretty wild stuff, so you're not going to want to miss that. You're not going to... question asked, well, not a question, a statement. Someone said the Mick Ultras are keeping you young, obviously.
They are.
That's right.
Yeah, if you drink anything harder than that, you're screwed.
So, Will, what happens in the books if the LaLa runs out of beer? Well, I don't know if you remember, but do you remember when the grumpy Navy SEAL chief would run out of cigars? Do you kind of remember what happened toward the end of book 1, actually? So bad things happen when people like that run out of their stuff. That's all I'm gonna say. That's it. Not that he's ever going to run out of beer, because I don't know that I could actually write that scene, but because I try to keep stuff as factual as possible, and he's got a lot of beer, so so we'll see what happens if the apocalypse is good to him or not. How do the pups take to LaLa? They love them. They love them. You know, like anything else, they bow up, and maybe Joe would be a little bit afraid of them. But the LaLa is definitely not afraid of the animals, that's for sure. Well, I appreciate you. I love that you love my books. Like I said, I'm not much of a writer, but no, don't be sorry for the long intro. It was amazing. It made me laugh. I needed the uplift. So, what'd you guys think of Comms Connect? What do you think? Now, 99% of y'all probably never even heard of them. And look at the stuff that they do, the amazing stuff that they do. It's good stuff. And I appreciate that, Rev. Yeah, so Miss LaLa is on here. She says she takes good care of you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, honey. Love you.
Yeah, it was a good interview. I thought it'd be good to get Comms Connect out to you guys. I know you're all like-minded. And if it's a tool in my toolbox, it's a tool that, and I'm not talking about a tool like LaLa is a tool.
I'm actually a tool.
All right, but a tool that you can actually use in your toolbox. I'm going to give it to you guys. It's like you said, Will. It's a valuable resource. It's an underutilized resource, and it could potentially be a life. I don't know what would happen to me if I drove through that riot. I'm telling you, I had 3 Roman numerals and a % sign on the back of my RV. That's all I'm going to say, and I would have been a target for most people like that. So. Yeah, Rev, a volunteer. And here, we're going to look at doing some with the Eden Army. Angry American, I think, might already be doing some stuff with his group, the Angry Nation. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask him. But we may be doing something where we get our core group, and they have a location to where we can go ahead and send some of our volunteers to help them out, I think. So that's good stuff. Any other questions? Haley LaFon's in the house. Cat's in the house. Javi's in the house. Holly says he's still.
Javi!
You know. Yeah, Javi's still waiting. I need to come to Tennessee. That would be a interesting night. The LaLa and your neighbors, and it would be
shit show.
It would be a shit show. Yeah, Eden Army, and look, like I said, we're a group. So Angry Nation, Eden Army, they're all the same to me anyway. Anybody that's a part of Angry Nation has a spot here in Eden Army, and we appreciate you guys, and hopefully we are doing a thing in February for all of our friends. So we'll let the Angry American talk about that on one of his podcasts. So I'm sorry, guys, for doing a podcast. Speaking of that, for doing a podcast on Friday night. I know you guys probably want to be doing other things, but look, I want to be considerate. Now Angry American does his podcast on certain days. I don't want to step on his toes. I want you guys to get as much information from him as you can. I want you guys to get as much information, albeit limited, from me as you can. So yeah, we did. I didn't know that. Did they actually close, or they're just talking about moving, EM? Because I heard they were considering moving, but I didn't hear that Remington Arms was closing. So these are questions being asked in the Kick Chat, guys, if you were wondering. Will the LaLa be in book 13 of Angry American? That would be interesting. Yeah, I heard that they were closed. Yeah, okay, so they are closing. So you know what that means, that they found a more economic friendly, or look, let's just call a spade a spade. They're going to move to a red state. Let's call it what it is, right? So, well, especially with all the laws that are going on in some of these blue states where now they can be held liable because some idiot buys a gun that has their name stamped on it and goes out and commits a something bad, and then now all of a sudden that state is holding them liable. That's like saying if I drink and drive in my Ford and kill somebody, Ford's liable. It's not. They're not liable. It's ridiculous. It's retarded, and that's why people are leaving. Oh, I can't say retarded. That's not. Am I allowed to say retarded?
No, not really. You can say it's
mentally challenged.
Yeah.
But I'm considered mentally challenged, so I'm not
sure.
Me
too. I mean.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to work on that. Yeah, so Melissa asked, will the LaLa sign our books? Well, when we were at Mountain Readiness, nobody wanted my autograph. They wanted Lakin, Tiny Chooch's autograph, and they wanted LaLa's autograph. So he says he'll sign them. Maybe, just maybe, we'll get them up to Mountain Readiness. That's in May. So you may be working your way up to Wisconsin.
I might
anyway
swing up there and do.
So just follow me up there, hang out for a couple days, sign books for your adoring fans. I know I never get to sign books.
Drink some beers.
You gonna drink beers?
Well, like 5 or 6 cases.
Where is your beer right now?
It's out there. Oh, here it is.
What is it though? It's just no one knows what you're drinking.
Ultra.
No, well you can't.
Red Rock.
You can't tell them because maybe they should be a sponsor for the program.
Oh, sorry.
So it's a random beer that doesn't promote.
It tastes really good though.
Stuff like Busch Light.
All good.
No, I know, Javi. I can't get him any close. He's on top of me now as it is, and I got this.
Javi!
I know. No, it's definitely not Bud Light. It is not. Although they all taste the same to me because I don't drink beer. But what is that stuff you drink up in Wisconsin that they only sell?
Golden Light.
Mick Golden Light. So if you guys are anywhere up near the Wisconsin area, start stockpiling Mick Golden Lights because LaLa may show up at your door someday.
Oh yeah.
And he might need some.
I'll trade you venison for Mick Golden Light.
There you go. So
or
good.
Fish.
Or fish. Yeah, so Javi is he's still up there. He's got to be freezing his butt up in Tennessee.
Ugh.
We got to get up there too and hang out with him. That is a show.
That's my favorite Puerto Rican guy ever.
Spotted Cow, they do have that rev up there, and I know guys from down here in Florida asked me to bring that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Haley, Mick Golden's. That's what. That's the one. That's the one that. Oh, let me tell you a story about the Mick Golden bottles. So LaLa spends more time up in Wisconsin than I do. Once it starts getting cold, this Florida boy's out. So I have cameras all around the property up there. So I see him, and usually he's either showing me his butt or whatever, but he's always got the Mick Ultra. When I get there in the springtime, I have 30 Mick Ultra bottles that are empty on my doorknob, on my roof, on my shed, on my wood pile, on my stove in the house, everywhere.
Just want to let them know I'm there.
Just I can see you on camera. You moon me every time you go up there.
It's just a thing.
EM, I appreciate you. Listen, guys, we are going to cut it right now because I want to go start that fire outside before it gets too late. I love you all. I appreciate, well, they could be security bottles. That way I know if someone trips over them on the way in. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for spending your Friday with me. I hope you got a little value out of the podcast. I've got a really good guest next week. If not next week, the week after. You guys are going to recognize him from the Angry American group. He has some value about food storage that if it's probably not going to be next week, it will probably be the week after that. So we might just do a live next week and then do a formal podcast. We appreciate you guys. Guy, happy birthday. Let's go out to the fire. And I know she's a saint, isn't she, Rev? She is a saint to deal with this guy. I'm talking about Haley. Yeah.
She is.
All right, love you guys. We're out. Listen, be safe. If you can't be safe, be deadly.